Let's talk about really showing it. All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, so glad you're here. You know, we talk a lot about love, don't we? We see it in movies, we hear it in songs, people throw the word around like confetti at a parade. And that's great, confetti is fun. But sometimes I think we get a little tangled up in the of love and maybe not so much in the of love. It's like saying you love to dance, but you never actually get up and move your feet. You just watch Dancing with the Stars, which, by the way, great show, but you get my point. Today we're diving deep. We're going beyond the I love yous, which are wonderful, keep saying those. But we're exploring how to truly, deeply make someone feel cherished, seen, and utterly adored. It's about the actions, the quiet moments, the things that whisper you are my everything without having to shout it from the rooftops. Though a little rooftop shouting now and then isn't bad either, if you're into that and have a sturdy roof. We're going to talk about making her feel like the only person in the room. Even when the room is, you know, a crowded supermarket on a Saturday morning, because, let's be honest, making someone feel loved, that's one of the best feelings in the world, both for them and for you. It's like giving a gift that keeps on giving, a boomerang of happiness, and it's not always about grand gestures. Often it's the small, consistent things that build a fortress of affection. So grab a metaphorical cup of coffee, get comfy, because we're about to unpack how to show her she's loved, beyond just the words. It's going to be good, I promise. Okay, so first up, let's talk about words, beautiful things, words. I love you, you're amazing, you look great in that color, which by the way is my favorite color on you. Just saying, all fantastic. But here's the thing, and it's a big one, those words need a little backup band. They need some action figures to come to life, you know? If you say you're going to be there at 7, and you consistently roll in at 7:45 with a half-eaten sandwich and a story about a squirrel, those lovely words start to sound a little hollow, like a chocolate Easter bunny that you discover isn't solid. The disappointment is real, people. Showing up, both literally and figuratively, is huge. It's saying, your time is valuable to me, are valuable to me, and listening? Oh, active listening is a superpower. It's not just waiting for your turn to talk or nodding while you're mentally making a grocery list. It's hearing what she's saying, and remembering it. It's the difference between hearing music and actually feeling the beat. When your compliments about her intelligence are backed up by you genuinely engaging with her ideas, that's when the magic happens. It's the consistency that builds trust, that makes those words land with the weight they deserve. And promises? Treat them like gold, or like that last piece of cake you've been eyeing all day. You protect it, you honor it. When you follow through, even on the small things, you're building a foundation of reliability. It's like, if you say you'll pick up the dry cleaning and then the dry cleaning actually appears, it's a tiny victory for love. It says, I remembered, I cared, I did it. It's these everyday actions that prove your words aren't just pretty sounds, but reflections of a genuine, heartfelt commitment to making her feel seen and valued. It's not just talking the talk, it's walking that love walk. Now let's get into something really juicy, emotional availability. Sounds a bit like a therapy term, I know, but stick with me because this is where the real connection happens. It's the foundation, the cozy blanket on a cold day, well, you get it, it's important. True care shines brightest when you're attentive not just to her words, but to her. You know, noticing that little shift in her tone, or the way her eyes light up when she talks about something she's passionate about, or even when she's trying to be brave, but you can tell something's a little off. It's like being a feelings detective, but in a good way, not a creepy way. And part of this is, and I know this can be tough for some, sharing your feelings. Vulnerability. It's not a weakness, it's an invitation. When you open up, when you let her see the real you, flaws and fears and silly dreams included, you're saying, I trust you with my heart. And that, my friends, is a powerful way to show love. It creates a safe space where she feels she can be vulnerable too. It's like building a secret clubhouse just for the two of you, filled with honesty and understanding. It's not always easy, but it's incredibly rewarding. Being present isn't just for the good times, the laughter, and the celebrations, though those are great, keep those coming. It's also about being there when things are tough, when she's stressed or sad, or just having one of those days where the world feels a bit too heavy. It's about being a steady hand to hold, a shoulder to lean on, a calm presence in the storm. Consistency in your emotional support, showing up for her heart day in and day out. That's what builds an unshakable bond. It says, I'm here for all of it, the sunshine and the rain, and that's a beautiful way to love. Chapter 3. Love in action, more than just words. Alright, let's talk about acts of service. This isn't about becoming a butler, though I wouldn't say no to someone bringing me a perfectly made latte right now. No, this is about those thoughtful things you do, big or small, that basically scream you matter to me, without you having to utter a single syllable. It's love in motion, love made tangible. Think about it. When someone goes out of their way to make your life a little easier, a little brighter, doesn't that just make your heart do a little happy dance? It's powerful stuff. Helping her when she's stressed is a big one. Maybe she's got a huge deadline at work, or she's juggling a million family things, stepping in to take something off her plate, doing the grocery shopping, making dinner, even just making sure her favorite tea is ready when she gets a moment to breathe. Those are acts of love. It's noticing her load and saying, "Let me help carry that for a bit." It's not about being asked, it's about anticipating her needs because you're paying attention. That kind of consideration, priceless. And surprises. I love a good surprise. And it doesn't have to be a trip to Paris though, again, not saying no. It can be as simple as leaving a little note for her to find, or picking up her favorite snack just because, or remembering she mentioned wanting to see a certain movie and getting tickets. It's the thoughtfulness behind it. And supporting her goals, that's huge. Being her biggest cheerleader, encouraging her passions, helping her believe in herself even when she's doubting, that's an act of service that builds her up and shows her you're truly invested in her happiness and her journey. These actions are the quiet champions of love. Chapter 4. The Unbreakables Respect and Equality in Your Love Story. Okay, this next one is super important. We're talking about respect and equality. And these, my friends, are absolutely non-negotiable. They are the bedrock, the steel beams in the skyscraper of your relationship. Without them, things get wobbly, and nobody wants a wobbly skyscraper, right? Showing her she's loved means deeply respecting her as an individual. Her thoughts, her feelings, her opinions, even when they're different from yours. It's about listening to understand, not just to reply or to win an argument. Respecting her boundaries is crucial. We all have them. Those invisible lines that protect our space, our energy, our sense of self. When you acknowledge and honor her boundaries, whether they're physical, emotional, or mental, you're saying, "I see you, I value your comfort, and I will not cross that line." It's about making her feel safe and secure with you and treating her as an equal partner. That's fundamental. This isn't about one person having more power or control. It's about teamwork, shared decisions, and valuing each other's contributions equally. Her voice matters just as much as yours. And here's something else, defending her dignity. If someone disrespects her or tries to put her down, being the person who stands up for her, who has her back, that speaks volumes. It shows unwavering loyalty and a deep protective love. It's also so important to talk about your core values early on, to make sure you're aligned on what respect and equality look like to both of you. When these values are shared and actively practiced, you're creating a relationship where she doesn't just feel loved, she feels profoundly respected and truly seen as your equal, your partner in every sense of the word. Chapter 5. The Long Haul, Proving Your Love with Patience and Commitment. So, we've talked about words, actions, emotional presence, respect. Now let's talk about the long game, patience and commitment. Because, let's be real, true love isn't just a sprint. It's a marathon, sometimes with hurdles, sometimes with surprise water stations, and hopefully, lots of cheering. Showing her true worth, showing her she's deeply loved, often comes out in how you navigate the journey together, especially when it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's easy to love someone when everything is perfect, right? But what about when things get a little imperfect? True worth is shown when you choose her, day after day, even after you've seen her flaws. And guess what? She's seen yours too. We all have them. Our little quirks, our not-so-great habits, the things that make us uniquely human. Choosing to love her, not in spite of these things, but embracing all of who she is, that's powerful. It's saying, I see all of you, the amazing and the challenging, and I'm still here, I still choose you. That kind of acceptance is a profound expression of love. It's seeing her messy bun and her stressed out face and still thinking she's the most beautiful person in the world. And conflicts, they happen. Every couple has them. But it's you work through them that matters. Working through disagreements with respect, with a willingness to listen and compromise rather than trying to win, shows incredible commitment. It's about fighting for the relationship, not against each other. And making sacrifices for her happiness, not in a way that diminishes you, but in a way that shows you prioritize her well-being and your shared future. That's the long-term proof. It's the quiet, steady burn of commitment that says, I'm in this for the long haul, through thick and thin, and that, more than anything, shows her she is truly, deeply, and enduringly loved. Outro, go forth and love, like you really mean it. Alright, so there you have it. We've talked about a lot today, haven't we? From making sure your actions are best friends with your words, to being emotionally present, to all those little acts of service, respect, and that beautiful long-term commitment. It's a lot to think about, I know. But here's the thing. Showing someone they're truly loved isn't about a giant checklist you have to perfectly complete every day. It's not a test you can fail. It's about intention, it's about effort, and it's about really truly caring. It's about those small moments, adding up day after day, that build something incredible. Think of it like kindness. You know how I feel about kindness. When you're kind to someone, it makes them feel good, it makes you feel good, it's just good all around. Showing love is like that, but with an extra sprinkle of romance and maybe some more hand-holding. It's about making her feel seen, heard, and cherished for exactly who she is. And when you do that, you're not just making her world better, you're making your world better too. So go out there and love with all you've got. Be thoughtful, be present, be respectful. And most importantly, like I always say, be kind to one another, and to her. Especially to her, that's what this whole video was about. Thanks for hanging out with me today, everybody. It was fun, wasn't it? Now go spread some love. Bye.